I sent it to my sister for her birthday, and she was horrified. All of you people with your open mouth chewing, please check yourself. You're driving everyone around you crazy. I had to just finally admit to myself, I don't like the smell of artificial pumpkin. Hello guys, what's up? Welcome back. Today we are doing a favorites video because I was gonna do a favorites video in the last video, but I got inspired. And if you haven't watched that video because A, it's not about makeup, and B, it's over an hour long, I still suggest you go check it out. If you guys have to watch it in double time, if you have to watch it in piecemeal, whatever. It is one of the fundamental parts of my channel is bringing awareness to self-love, self-help, the ways that we can grow that don't have anything to do with the beauty on the outside of our faces. Anyway, guys, so, God, I have so much stuff here in front of me today. We actually have a lot of ground to cover because it's actually been a while since I did a favorites video or a fails video or this kind of video. So let's jump in. Okay, the first thing that I want to talk about is actually something I haven't talked about in a long time, and that was my Rocksbox this month. Most of the jewelry that I wear that you guys see on me is from Rocksbox because they just do such a good job and they carry like high quality jewelry. It's not like going to Forever 21. So these you guys might have been seeing a lot lately. I wore them to the Thrive surprise event. Gosh, I've been wearing them a lot lately. I think I wore them when I was in New York recently. They have little lions on them. They make me think, I don't know, Versace a little bit, but they're just the perfect size so that they're not too garish. Not that I'm opposed to garish, but I do wear plugs, and so if I wear earrings that are too heavy, the plugs just fall out, so I'm glad they're not super huge. And they just add something so luxe to an outfit that's uncommon. They don't look like regular normal hoops. They don't look like something everybody else has. I just really like them. And then the other thing that they sent me in the same Rocksbox, this thing was like a huge winner. I love this freaking necklace. You guys know, or maybe you don't, but if you don't know, I got a thing for evil eyes. I love them. I've got pictures of them all over my house. I've got pants printed in them. I really, really like them. And this necklace is so stinking cool. I have never seen anything like this. It's really, really like heavy duty, and it's got this, you know, beautiful kind of like inlaid enamel evil eye in it, and then when you turn it, you end up with like the closed, just gold evil eye, and I just love it. I think it's so pretty. It adds something so nice to any of my outfits. Sometimes I wear it inside of my shirt. I know it sounds weird, but like if I'm wearing a button down that I have buttoned down where you can just see kind of the top of this, something about this is a little bit spiritual to me. I still feel good when I'm wearing it. I don't know, that might make me sound crazy. Anyway, at this point you can tell that doesn't really bother me very much. So I always list it underneath all of my videos, but I have a free month of Rocksbox down in the description box below in case you guys are interested, and I don't make money from that. I just get like on-site credit just like anybody would, and that's just how I prefer to do it. Okay, the next thing is actually behind me. It is this. In fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on. It is this blazer from Everlane, and this thing was not cheap, but I did have like one on-site referral credit, and it took me a while to get the right size because it's supposed to be oversized. I don't think Everlane does the best job of conveying what their sizing is like online, and so I did end up buying a 0, and then I got it, it was like too oversized, and so I ended up buying a 00. So this is what it looks like. Obviously not really so much with these stripes on this shirt, but I just dig that it's like masculine, you know, it's got a straight line down the side and everything. I'm not sure you can even see that. I'm gonna stick a photo of me wearing it in because this is not particularly helpful. My channel filming setup is not particularly conducive to fashion, it's more conducive to makeup. So this is the blazer though, and I wore it when I was up in New York. I wore it over like jeans and a t-shirt, but then I also wore it over like a totally black outfit with like a pleather skirt, and both were awesome. Like, you know, it kind of dresses up, dresses down. It's a really, really good weight for fall. We don't really have one of those here, but going into winter, because it's just perfect for layering. It is wool. It's a really, really high quality jacket. I think it's close to $200, but to me, finding the right blazer is better than having 5 that aren't the right blazer. I ordered a lot of different ones. I ordered one from J. Crew. I ordered another one from Everlane. I still have been trying a bunch of loafers. I've ordered 3 different pairs of loafers from Everlane, and I hate all of them. They're super uncomfortable. So I'm a discerning person when it comes to spending my money on clothes. But I'm proud to say that that one worked out. So yeah, there's some kind of referral discount that anybody can provide on Everlane. I'm not any kind of affiliate, but I have that below. I think it's like you sign up and you get 10% off or something like that. Not sure, but you can check that out if you're interested. Sorry that I'm kind of low energy. I am on like day 3 of my period, and it's just relentless. It's just a lot. I had a really nasty stomachache last night too. I don't know what's going on with me right now. I also, from my peel, which is finally done, like broke out. I don't know, it's never happened to me before. I apparently did the peel wrong, which I will, God, why is everything staying on my face? God, oh, I just want to wipe all my makeup off and start over. But yeah, I went to an event that night, and apparently I should have just like stayed home and let my skin dry out. I went in with a bunch of makeup on because I came straight from a photo shoot. Shouldn't have done that because my skin is too oily, things like that. So I'm going in 5 weeks for a stronger chemical peel, but it did help quite a bit, and I am pleased with the results, and putting my makeup on was more fun today. I'm wearing actually the RMS for the first time today, the new RMS foundation. I have to keep it one and the same with its cute little paddle, its little scoop. Guys, granted, I've only been wearing this like an hour. I don't want to speak to you know what, like final thoughts on whether I love this or hate this, but it goes on like Kiar-wise, which is auspicious. That's an auspicious start for a foundation, especially, even though it's expensive, it's $55. It's $55 for an ounce instead of like $58 for like a fraction of an ounce like Kiar-wise is. So honestly, so far so good on that. I don't want to go too far into it, but everybody says that they love the uncover up, the concealer. I don't, and this is better than that, at least so far. Sorry I'm low energy. That's what I was trying to say this whole time. What I want to touch briefly on here is all the stuff that I got from the Sephora VIB sale. So just kind of recapping all of this to let you guys know what you can look forward to on my channel. So I did get the Lawless Summer Skin Velvet Matte Bronzer. I'm a little miffed. I mean, I understand that Tati's got millions of subscribers, but like, why is Annie Lawless not sending me stuff from Lawless? Is it because she knows I'm gonna buy it anyway? There aren't that many clean beauty channels, especially people who have made like dedicated Lawless videos. I don't want to sound like an entitled creator, but like, send me some stuff, Lawless, okay? I want the lip gloss and it's sold out everywhere. Send me some lip gloss. The people demand to know. I just ran all over Kingdom Come looking for my battery, and it was up here the whole time. Okay, moving on. So the next thing that I have here, oh yes, has a horrible package. This is the front, really? This is the Lash Food Phytomedic Eyelash Enhancer. I went on my community tab, and if you guys are unfamiliar with my community tab, it is basically just in your feed. Keep an eye out, look out for surveys and things like that, because that's where you guys get to influence what I do on my channel, that and Instagram. I asked you guys what you wanted me to compare this to, because Lash Food is really interesting, obviously, because it's like the clean beauty lash brow enhancer brand that's on Sephora, but there are a lot of them. There are a lot of lash growth serums out there, to the tune of a lot of money in a lot of cases. So I wanted to make sure that I was testing it against something that you guys were actually interested in seeing compared. And overwhelmingly, thank you guys for saving me a lot of money. Overwhelmingly, you guys said, no, I want you to compare it to castor oil. And I was like, okay, you know, this was like $78. Castor oil is like $12 on Amazon next day delivery, and I was like, done. So I haven't started testing this yet. My castor oil comes tomorrow, so that is what we're going to be testing on my lashes side by side for like, I don't know, however long it takes that they say they promise results in, and then we will be able to see side by side whether my eyelashes grew. So Lash Food. This is honestly the thing that I'm probably the most excited about. Let's go ahead and open this up and swatch it because I haven't even touched it yet. This is the Cover FX The Perfect Light Highlighting Powder. And if this is disappointing, I'm gonna quit makeup. I'm just gonna quit because I mean, I just hear in the name and in the brand, like, you know, the best product for me ever. It just seems like something that I would love. So it is in the shade Moonlight, and it's just a really, oh man, yeah, it's like a Becca, what do they call it? I mean, a highlighter. They have a different, like, skin perfector, that's what they call it. Oh man, I would put it on right now, except that I have an all cream look on my face right now. It would look kind of crazy. But I had an idea. As you guys can see, because of my peel and everything like that, I don't have any kind of tan. I couldn't go outside for a week, basically. I've been wearing a psycho amount of sunscreen. And I didn't self-tan because self-tan plus peel, it makes you look insane. And so I thought, you know, especially after binge watching way too much, which is really just enough Jenny Mustard, I kind of want to do like a pale girl get ready with me, where I use more cool toned stuff, stop trying to make myself look so darn tan. What just took over my body? Oh boy, am I having a stroke? Stop trying to make myself look so darn tan and embrace the paleness of it all and do a look that way. Would you guys be interested in that? And I think that this highlight would be so perfect for that because it's like a pinky neutral silver. Because I don't know, I have this whole, I'll show you in a second, the salt palette and everything, where I basically have so many more shades of products than I've ever had before. Plus I just ordered a bunch of new stuff because I'm crazy and I have no chill whatsoever. I have my videos planned through the middle of October at this point. So that was a tangent about a highlighter. I'm really excited about this highlighter. I'm really excited to share it with you guys, but I think that a pale girl get ready with me is on the docket. And then the only other thing that I got was this, the TLC Sakari Baby Facial. And this is for one of you guys. This is going in the giveaway. I'm just kind of slowly accumulating all the giveaway prizes. So far I have the face oil, this, what's the other thing? Oh, I had to track down the Sundays Seashells Vitamin C Sunblock because they were out of it on site. I had to order it from the evil empire of Urban Outfitters, but that's fine, as long as the money is getting back to a company that I care about. So those are the things that I got at the Sephora VIB sale. That, and I think I got this in a separate, or that's right, I did, because it was the first time I ordered the Lash food. I'm not sure I've really given this enough due on my channel because this is an incredible product. This is something that I've warmed to slowly, and actually Hallie told me today, she's like, I didn't realize that there was also salicylic acid in this, not just the active glycolic. So this is the TLC Framboos Glycolic Night Serum from Drunk Elephant. It's $100. I did recommend this in my Sephora VIBL sale recommendation video. What is wrong with me? But yes, it is a 12% AHA BHA blend with raspberry extract, you know, and I just, ugh. Not only do you see instant results and long-term results with this stuff, but one pump of it, like one pump, you start spreading it, it goes to your face, and then you still got some left, you go to your neck, still got some left, you go to your chest, you still got a little bit left, you go to your like neck and your shoulders. It's crazy, like this stuff goes so far. It's a very good investment for the amount that you actually get out of a pump of this product. It doesn't just like instantly soak in, it stays really spreadable for a minute, and you can really make the most out of like a very small amount of product. So this is the new Sunday Really Good Jeans in my routine. And it will make stuff roll out of your skin. Like, don't kid yourself. This isn't just like one big like pleasureful experience where you're just like, oh, everything's just improving day over day. It's gonna improve initially, and then it's gonna like push some crap out, and then it will improve again, but it is a peel, so just keep that in mind. You know, pace yourself on it if your skin's sensitive to that kind of thing. All right, the next thing that I have is not makeup, and it is Bon Appetit magazine. Do you guys, any of y'all read this? I'm sure there are like, I don't know, 5% of you right now that are just like, ah, in the comments, like, yeah, finally. Like, you guys, this has been a mainstay in my family's life for so long. We've been getting Bon Appetit my entire life. And I would always look at it when I was at my mom's house, and she was like, why don't I just buy you guys a subscription to it? And she did. And if you're unfamiliar with this, yes, there are a lot of magazines out there. You can't pay me to look at a Vogue magazine for more than like 20 minutes. I don't even care if it's the September issue. I'm just kind of like, yeah, okay, well, I am no different now. This, maybe it's just because it's more of something I'm interested in. That's not even true. I love fashion. I just don't relate to fashion magazines. I don't know, it's always been either things I can't afford or bad advice. It's all because I remember when, like, I'm gonna go to tangent here. I remember the dawning moment where I realized that all the teen magazines that I had subscribed to when I was young, when I was a young lady, when I was a teenager, I subscribed to all, you know, like the Teen magazine and 17 magazine, and I don't know, was Teen Vogue around then? I'm not sure. Either way, they all, even like Cosmo and stuff, will try and convince you to dye your hair at home and things like that. Guys, I get it. Not everybody can afford to go to the salon, but they will straight up tell you that there's no difference. And that is because they're being paid to. When that clicked in my brain that they're being paid by Clairol to say that Clairol is just as good as going to the salon, I was just like, oh my God, we're all living in the Matrix.
We're living in the Matrix.
And I just, you know, just something clicked with me where I was like, I can't trust any of this. And it's true, you know, especially having, you know, if you guys are new here, you might not know, I did hair professionally for 8 years and just constantly trying to push back against all of the stuff that's been drilled into everybody's heads by the media and by advertising for so many years. It's not your fault. It's you know, it's because you're being advertised to. It's because you're being told things as if they're facts. But I know from having to, you know, remove that kind of color and from understanding the chemicals that are in those types of color that they're two different things and they're not going to behave the same. Anyway, I don't trust fashion magazines. That was my tangent of saying I don't trust fashion magazines. However, this is brilliant. There's no smoke and mirrors here, guys. It's just food and it's awesome. Not only that, it's clever. They will tell you like the differences between all the different papers and foils and things that you use in the oven and like why you use each one. Like stuff that you've just always kind of thought about in the back of your head, but you just have never thought to Google. You're just like, oh! And a few months ago, they had this like, because they list products in there, right? And they had the Maldon sea salt that I know my sister loves, and they sell it in this cute little box for like, you know, $5 or something for a box of salt that like I feel like I go through really quickly. It's like finishing salt. So I saw that they had a 3-pound bucket of it on Amazon for like $28, and I sent it to my sister for her birthday, and she was horrified. She was like, what am I gonna do with all this salt? I was like, you love that salt. She's like, what am I gonna do with all this? Everybody's getting a stocking full of salt for Christmas. And I was like, oh well, thanks, Bon Appetit. Anyway, they have travel sections. They have a lot of different themes. The last issue was the summer issue where it was like the lazy issue where they were just like, throw all these things on the grill, it'll be fine. And this is like getting back into fall, so they call it the fall playbook. They call it, you know, getting back into cooking season. The way that I said that I can spend 20 minutes tops looking at a fashion magazine before I literally just throw it in the recycling bin, I savor this all month long. My mother keeps them. I take photos of the recipes and I keep them on my phone. And you guys, the one that looks the most appealing to me this month is tomato fried rice. I love tomatoes so much, and we're still in late summer where the tomatoes just taste unbelievably beautiful, and this is vegetarian, and I'm excited about it. No one ever told me I could center an entire main dish around a tomato, but look at me go. I'm enabled, I'm empowered by Bon Appetit magazine, and the writing is just hilarious and fantastic. They have this back page, and it's called Is It Ever Okay? And it's like these sort of unspoken etiquette things. So this one says, you know, is it ever okay to microwave smelly vegetables? Can you tell a coworker that he's chewing too loudly at his desk? Oh no. The answer is, yeah, that's a no. Go for a walk if it bothers you. I'm gonna be real right now. I have definitely DM'd a coworker who was a friend of mine and told him, well, I would just send him gifs. I sent him a gif of a cow chewing one time. I sent him a gif of Abu from Aladdin chewing his bread with his mouth open. And then finally, I just told him he sounded like my dog when he licks his butt, because I just can't stand that crap. So, yeah. All of you people with your open mouth chewing, please check yourself. You're driving everyone around you crazy. PSA over. So anyway, yeah, can't say enough about Bon Appetit magazine. It just continues to get better and better. Salty today. What else is new? What else is new? Did you come here to have somebody just give you a bunch of like beige opinions? Like, no. We have a fail. I've kind of like front-loaded this with happiness so that I can talk about a fail, and this is a surprising fail. So I talked about this recently. It's so beautiful, isn't it? This is the Capri Blue Pumpkin Dulce Candle, and you guys, I just had to come to the realization. I had to just finally admit to myself, I don't like the smell of artificial pumpkin. I'm a bad fall person. I'm a bad Tumblr girl, but like, you just can't get me with that stuff. Maybe I outgrew it. It gives me a splitting sinus headache. It's awful, it's fake, and I really thought that this was going to be a real one. You know, I love the volcano scent, and I really thought that, you know, paying more for a candle was going to give me higher end results, kind of get what you pay for thing, but Like even when I smelled, what was it? It's like a pumpkin spice and chai or something. Nest candle, which is like twice the price of this and half the size. Still smelled like phony baloney pumpkin. So, I mean, I'm not going to pretend to be above a phony smell. I love Marshmallow Fireside from Bath & Body Works. Like that is one of my favorite scents because it's just like a woody vanilla. So I'm not above that, but this just offends my senses and I'm like really sad about it because it is so beautiful and it was such a good idea, but I don't know, I'm eliminating that whole category from like my spending list. Okay, so I said that I was going to talk about this, so now we're going to talk about this. This is the Salt New York palette from my good friend Kiki G here on YouTube and also previously of Austin. She has just moved up to New York where she is much happier. Austin was not the promised land for her as it was for me, but I'm very proud of her. She seems very, very happy. She's been singing a lot of songs on Instagram lately and she has a lovely voice. So anyway, go follow her. It's Caitlin Galloway, Kiki G Makeup, pretty much everywhere. And she's also linked on my front page. Anyway, I am so proud of my girl because, I mean, she put out this magnetic palette a while ago, but she is not one to just kind of like have a half-baked idea. This was always the long game, and that was putting out these pans of makeup pigment. These are universally usable. They're not necessarily, you know, called like a concealer or a foundation or a blush or anything. They're just pigments. And there are three varieties, maybe four. So there's like the ones that are sort of in skin tone values, there's ones that are sort of in blush values, there are shimmery ones that can be used like as a highlight depending on your skin tone or like an eyeshadow or whatever, or what have you. You can put it all over your face, I don't care. And then there's also like this right here, this is a contour shade, and that's why I didn't know if it was four. I don't know actually how many of the contour shades there are. This one is, oh, it's just called Contour. I love all of these. I'm wearing most of them on my face right now, but this guy right here, this contour shade, it blew my mind and woke me up to the reality of what a contour actually is. I'm wearing it on my face right now. I'm also wearing this. This is the light medium and I wear it kind of as a bronzer, but there's a difference, right? There is a huge, not negligible difference between a bronzer and a contour. Look at that. So I've been using colors like this for ages to just bronze and contour because I'm like, who really cares? What difference does it make? It makes a big difference that this has such a gray, cool toned value to it. No one's, I don't want to say no one's skin is that color, like Jessica Alba's skin is like malted milk colored, but like most people's isn't. And this color right here, when it's placed properly, actually gives the illusion of a shadow instead of a bronzer. And I know that's news to no one but me, but just putting it on my skin, I immediately was like in the mirror and I went, oh, and I went to art school. I should know these things. I should know that the cool tone recedes from the eye and that it's different from using a bronzer. To me, I just didn't really think it mattered that much. And maybe it's because I'm just spoiled with really great cheekbones. You know, we're blessed with certain things and I've always had actual nice contour there. But girl, this color right here, this contour shade, it'll snatch you. So thank you, Kiki, for building intelligence into some products that all I have to do is dip a sponge in them and put them on my face, and they do the rest of the work for me. Another fail. This is the one that's probably not surprising to you guys. This is the Vita Liberata Luxury Tan Tristal Minerals. I'm so annoyed about this, not just because it's a bad product, but because I wish I'd ordered it from someplace else so that I could return it. I ordered this from Violet Grey. It's the first time I've ever ordered anything from Violet Grey, and I didn't realize that they don't take any kind of return. I get it. When you're in another country, Britain, New Zealand, you can't return things. That's not the case here in America. If that was our policy for everything, I would be totally to blame. I would be sitting here just being like, what the heck, man? And then you guys would be like, well, that's the policy in the whole country. And I'd be like, oh, I guess I just didn't know. But like, that's not how it is in America, okay? It's just not how it is. And I completely understand that when it is the overarching policy in a country, it cuts down on waste. But if you don't know, then it's not cutting down on waste. This is just waste. I would rather send this package back because packaging is way more expensive than any product. Don't let anybody fool you. I'd rather send this back to them and have them be able to reuse it or recycle it or what have you, or at least know that their product is bad. But the fact that I'm just keeping it, no one learns from that. No one gains anything from that. And I'm out $55. So if you didn't watch that video of trying new clean beauty, it was 2 videos ago, I am gonna keep trying this and see if I can make it work because one of you guys said that it didn't work for you on top of Ilia and that was what I had used it on. Sometimes you just hit the wrong combo. Could be totally wrong, but it was like a hot disaster. It was like an absolutely no holds barred, complete and utter catastrophe. Not only that, this dyes your skin. It's actually a self-tanner over time. It reacts with your foundation and self-tans you in like, I guess, whatever contour bronzed way you applied the product to begin with, which the way that it went on, no, it's so bad. If it had dyed my skin like that, I would have been so upset. So yeah, I mean, don't buy this, but moreover, don't buy things from Violet Grey. If you're in America, I totally, like I said, I get it that that's not the policy everywhere, but since it is the policy at most places in America, and Vita Liberata is not exactly like an exclusive brand, like you can get it a lot of places, don't spend your money at Violet Grey unless you are absolutely sure that you know you're going to love the product like you've tried it before. So the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about today is the author Tana French. I have recently gotten into her books and they are Irish mystery novels, and I don't think that they're cheesy. They're really, really beautifully written. They are very intense and very aware of how humans interact with one another, and she's very, very good at describing affectation, facial expressions, the way that people's bodies moves and the way people's bodies move and things like that in certain situations. And so it really is immersive, like you feel like you're almost like watching a movie or something, but not like a Dan Brown way. Like Dan Brown like writes things like a movie script and you're like, oh, okay, it's just very tedious and linear. Like this feels like a really good reading experience. And it's hard for me to sometimes get into reading because I feel like it's like reading a novel, I should say. That's why I put it in quotes like that, because I read a lot of things, but like reading usually means fiction to me. And it's hard for me to do fiction because I don't know, I've started so many books and just been so disappointed with them. Elizabeth Gilbert's new book, I tried and I tried and I tried and I just couldn't do it. It was just too, it was like schmaltzy. It was probably meant to be schmaltzy. Anyway, Tana French is really good at writing characters. She's so, so good. And so the first book that I read by her was called The Witch Elm, and it was about sort of this family discovering something that had happened and various sort of tragic things that happened along the way and how they all kind of coincided, and she like weaves everything back together in the end in a really nice way. It's not one of those books where you're just kind of like left hanging on things. Like that always makes me crazy, is when someone can write a really good story but they don't know how to tie it up at the end. She really knows how to tie it up at the end. And there is a full series. So The Witch Elm is not actually part of a series, and I didn't realize that. It was just sort of like her newest one. I hear about this stuff on NPR. And then she apparently has a series that's more of a collection. You can sort of read them in any order, but I think that they kind of follow the same sort of universe and maybe the same characters. I'm not totally sure. But I have started that one, and so I'm starting with the book In the Woods. And it starts out with 3 children who get lost in the woods. Only one comes out. That happens in like the first, 5 pages or something. I'm not spoiling anything, and I'm not very far into the book, but I already really like the characters. I like the characters more in this one than I did The Witch Elm. Like, I still liked those characters, but these, I don't know, I just like them even more. I like their kind of interaction, their banter. It's a little bit lighter so far, even though it's a murder novel. I don't know. You know what I mean. But they're spoopy without being magical. I kept thinking they were gonna go magical, and at least so far they haven't. It stays pretty like based in reality, and there's almost like seems to be a common thread that these aren't just mysteries, they're like detective novels, and she writes detectives really well, and I think that that's really, really cool. So that is what I have been into reading-wise lately, and it's putting me in this really nice fall mindset. And also, my eyeballs get tired. Everything else in my life involves a screen, and there's just something so nice about reading a book. Pages of text, whether it be on a Kindle or even on my iPad or whatever. I know that's still technically a screen, but it's not something making like flashy pictures in front of my eyes. It's just something that I am having like a one-on-one interaction with in real time that has nothing to do with anybody else. And I find that that is it has to be a supplement to the other things that I'm just kind of letting influence me, especially because everything's got ads in it. Like, books don't have ads in them. Have you ever thought about that? It's fantastic. Yeah, it's my ad-free existence right now, that and, you know, actually being outside and looking at things that are real. But yeah, I've gotten back into like reading fiction. I know, late to the game, but yeah, I'm loving Tana French's books, and I'm loving the fact that there are so many, so I get to, like, you know, just keep staying in her universe for a while. So those are my, I guess you call them August favorites, or sort of, my favorites have never followed a particular cadence. We used to do them weekly, and then I was doing them like on the 20-something of every month kind of thing, and now we're already in September. I don't know. But there's a lot to look forward to for this month, guys. I am so excited that I finally get to like share my big announcement with Thrive on the 18th, so keep an eye out for that on my channel. A lot of new products, just some cool ideas, things coming up. We have a bunch of different, I'm going to be trying the RMS, do a full wear test. I've got some Root Pretty coming in the mail. I have a full face of Cloven Hallow coming in the mail. And then a bunch of other stuff. There's a bunch of other stuff that I'm planning. So stay tuned, guys. Subscribe if you have not already. If you did enjoy this, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I hope you guys are having a good week. I'm having a good week in like a bad couple of hours. I'm like hungry, keep running into things. Don't think that my low energy or like my weird salty energy means that I'm having a bad time. I hope it's not coming across too much. I need to go eat some lunch. So guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you guys. And I said it in the beginning, but I'll say it again. I really can't thank you enough for all of your kind, amazing sharing in the last video. Just those comments are, I just want to catalog them and go back and read them when I need to feel warm on the inside, because they are just so, so wonderful. If you have not watched that video, go watch that video. Share if you want to. It's just so, it is why I do what I do. So thank you guys, thank you, and thank you for watching today. I love you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.